Hello everyone, Pallytub here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. We are going to be playing as Tyrael today. The main reason I think he's fantastic versus Li Ming, for a number of reasons. He gives AoE shields, and he has hard engage and chase potential. But we're also playing as Tyrael because every time I've tried to play Li Ming over the past few days, I get queued into a match that has 4 assassins, and then, where are they? These lovely guys right here. Every team I've been on has had like every game I've been in quick match, one team has lost Vikings, the other team has lost Vikings, and if I queue as an assassin, everybody else is an assassin too. And it just turns into a bloodbath death match with no strategy whatsoever. No one working together, nothing. So hopefully, if I queue as a warrior, we'll go in, we can have a good game. But I think Tyrael's in a good spot, and I think he's a little bit underrated right now. So I'm gonna give him some love. Yeah, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the never remember the name of this map. It's the one with the Punishers. We're gonna fight a ton of minions. It's Punisher map. The friendly team: Tyrael, Sergeant Hammer, the Lost Vikings, Jaina, and Tassadar. So a very, very weird team, but I think we can make it work. Nova, Rexar, Malfurion, Jaina, and Kerrigan for the enemy team. So actually, no Li Ming here, which means the Vikings won't be giving free resets, which is amazing. Amazing. We are going to be going for Regeneration Master. We're going to try to keep ourselves alive as long as possible. Tessar saying he's not going to go for Leeching Plasma, so that does mean I'm going to have to rely on my own self-healing quite a bit more. What Jaina and I should do, if at all possible, is simply roam around as much as we can. Because we do have the lane presence of the Vikings that will be here always, that should open up Jaina and I to go in and potentially get some kills. Now that's what you would do in an organized situation. You know, whether or not we'll do that here remains to be seen, as my entire team gets stunned by a Kerrigan Rexar combo. Yes, I'm not into tower diving right now. We are going to lose one of the Vikings, but again, we're not going against a Li Ming, so that's not one of the worst things that can ever happen to you ever. Her cooldowns resetting on a team with 8 players is just terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. You know, not that anyone's picking the Vikings in competitive play anymore anyway, but if they were, man, Li Ming, she's a hell of a counter. So Tyrael, he is all about giving his friends shields, he's all about body blocking, he's all about engaging really, really hard, and is generally a fun play style. He doesn't get a lot of play these days because people think he's not a very good solo warrior. I think he's fantastic. I think, you know, he's not the most defensible character in the whole game, so maybe you do want another warrior by his side, a Diablo, a Johanna, you know, what have you, whatever your preference is, but he is able to get a lot done out on the battlefield, and always has been. It's always been a staple of his gameplay. Now, of course, I am going to be going for the Judgment Ultimate to prove the point that I'm trying to prove today, but the Sacred Ground, or Sanctification, or whatever it's called, Sanctification, is a pretty good alternative for also dealing with burst damage. You know, if you see Li Ming coming in with that laser, boom, all of a sudden everyone around you is not taking damage, and it's very, very good. We didn't respond to this super quickly, but it looks like the team's coming in, you know, they're coming in as a group. It's whatever. It's whatever. The lower cooldown on Tassadar's Oracle does mean that we will be able to deal with Nova a bit better. I am going to go for amp healing here. Again, we have to kind of rely on our own regen. It was very deep versus the enemy team, but it looks like we're going to be pushed out a little bit. This is a decoy, I believe. We need everyone here to move in on this point, basically. The Vikings are doing a great job of soaking XP for us right now, but if we want the objective, we have to make our moves soon. And this is just me going and trying to be a distraction. Unfortunately, Jaina does get hit with the Kerrigan combo, and I'm taking a lot of damage. Time to leave. Time to leave. We will make it out with the shields of the Tassadar and the shields of our own. But this is a pretty one-sided objective, and that's totally fine. The Vikings are doing a great job of getting us XP. We can just deal with this very, very quickly. And hopefully don't die for it. Don't die for it anymore. We can just group up. Group behind the buildings. And then we can make this bad boy jump right over the wall. As long as Hammer doesn't fucking completely ruin it like he just did. Nice job. No, that's a salty thing to say, and I'm not going to be salty. But that was awful. What this Hammer just did, you don't want to do. The idea you want, especially these arcane guys that can deal so much damage if you leave them unchecked, you want them to hop behind your buildings. He's like bugged in the wall right now. So that all of the towers and things can shoot them dead. Unfortunately, Hammer walked out into the middle of the lane, got crowd controlled by the Immortal, so messed up the initial jump, and then was, of course, hopped onto by the entirety of the enemy team. Looks like Kerrigan's pushing top for some reason. Don't really know what she expects to get done, but she's fighting all of the Vikings now, which is definitely interesting. They're swarming her like bees up there. And we're just going to casually make our way away from all this carnage. Looks like we will be losing that building as a result of that objective. But again, because of the Vikings, we are still ahead on XP, which, you know, is a decent spot to be in. Misha is applying pressure to Sergeant Hammer. I think Rexar is fantastic. If you can micro Misha properly, Rexar is a great character. I know he's not beloved, whatever the word is. I know a lot of people don't care for him, but man, if you want to deal damage to people in the back line consistently, Misha's a great way to do that. You just send her in. You just send her in and she gets the job done. I'm coming up to soak XP because it looks like the Vikings are having a little bit of trouble getting pushed out just a little bit. I did go for battle momentum at level 7. But, you know, that does have some potential problems with Tyrael. He is very, very mana hungry. So if you are spamming your things a little bit too often, that could become quite costly. The reason I did go for battle momentum, though, is so we could have these shields up significantly more often. Again, I did say that I think Tyrael's a great counter for Li Ming, and one of the ways you would be playing Tyrael is just by spamming shields as often as possible to the entirety of your team. So even though we're not going against the Li Ming here, I'm trying to still show off that point today. Generally speaking, having two supports, you know, a Tassadar, a Malfurion, more accurately, a Rhaegar, and a Tassadar, also a great way of countering Li Ming as well. Alright, there's a lot of shit going on down here, but I do see a Nova that is completely overextended. We're going to jump in her way and hope someone comes to help me kill her. I hope someone comes to help me kill her. There we go. Beautifully done. And then we're going to start to trade into this Jaina Proudmoore as well. Great Misha Stun is going to allow her to get a little bit further away. I'm not feeling a chase into a tower right now. The objective is top, and we are very late. Kerrigan free farming this as of right now. I'm going to grab the sippy cup on the way up and then meet the team up there. But again, we are on the opposite side of the map. The Vikings still doing a great job of getting XP. We are going to hit level 10 right about the time I get up there, which is going to let us do a very, very hard engage on this enemy team. Hopefully. Seriously, we've let Kerrigan farm 25 of these things by herself. That's scary. We are going to go for Judgment at level 10, which is going to allow us to engage and stun a target really, really hard. I guess she wasn't up here by herself this whole time after all. So we'll take down Kerrigan and then immediately switch over to Furion. We want to slow him down, try to cut off his escape, and we do just that. So all of a sudden, we're in a great, fantastic position to clean up the rest of these. Now, the enemy team only needs 9 more to get this objective going, but Rexar is down in the bottom lane, and of course, Nova's clearing potential, even after the rework, is not very good at all still. So I'm just going to keep auto-attacking. Our mana's pretty low. But we are using battle momentum not only to reduce the cooldown of our shields, but also our ultimate as well. Being able to use that as often as possible is definitely a very, very good thing. The enemy team is returning. We only need 1 more though, so there we go. Easy. Let's grab these Regen Globes. That should give us enough mana. 30 seconds on our sippy cup. I guess Jaina was still alive during that, right? We only killed Kerrigan and Malfurion top. So again, the enemy team doing the right thing. Everyone getting behind the wall. So this. Oh, actually, she messed it up. Never mind. I take it back. Maybe I should make a separate video about that. Make some shareable content that you guys can send to all of your friends. Be like, hey, seriously. I mean, it's been a very common strategy since the map was implemented, but it does seem like a lot of people aren't familiar with it still. Great Dimensional Shift is going to save our Tassadar from the Precision Strike, but unfortunately I don't think he's going to make it too much farther. Great Blizzard is going to secure a kill on Jaina, and I'm trying to come back as fast as I can to help out our Tassadar. We are going to be going for We don't really have to worry. We don't really have to worry about the attack speed and movement speed decrease. We could go for Burning Rage since we're planning on engaging really hard versus this enemy team, but I think I'm going to go with health regeneration when attack. Enemies that attack you while shielded grant 230 health over 3 seconds, and this 230 health will of course be increased by the amplified healing. So we're basically just upping our sustain and our ability to engage and stay alive while we do so. So this thing that's been going on down bottom with Sergeant Hammer and Rexar finally came to a head, and it looks like Rexar was taken down. I don't really know what they were trying to accomplish there, as Sergeant Hammer isn't pushing now or anything. So, you know, we can only assume. We can only assume. Looks like we're being healed for 130 a tick with amplified healing. Oh. Oh. Well then. That happened. No, little Vikings! So I'm assuming my allies get shielded as well if I do give them the shield. I would assume that's correct. Looks like poor Olaf. He lost his little hat. Poor little Olaf. Let's test it. There we go. I gave Tassadar a shield. Take some damage. He didn't take any damage. And that's a good thing. He shouldn't be taking damage, but I'm trying to test things, damn it. Here. Have another shield. Is it working? Is it working? I can't tell. He always takes damage immediately after my shield falls off. Alright, the next objective is spawning, and it's going to be down in the bottom lane. This is going to be a mortar Punisher. Not the best one. It's whatever. I do believe the Arcane Punishers were nerfed, so they're not going to be dealing as high damage as before. Fantastic Force Wall, going to set us up for a really nice kill there. And I do see a Kerrigan that is overextended. Unfortunately, I'm having a really hard time moving right now. I would love to get down there. I would love to. We're going to re-engage on Malfurion here, coming in hot, coming in hard, and securing a kill right as he pops that Tranquility. So that did use the cooldown of Tranquility, and it's a long one. It is a long cooldown. Of course, we did take their healer out of the fight. So we have a really, really big advantage coming in here for this objective. It looks like she is not being healed. Jaina taking damage right now. Doesn't look like she's being healed. Versus this team, I will go for Blade of Justice. Being able to body block would probably be in my best interest. For instance, we can use it in these little walkways like right here, and then, you know, all of a sudden they can't move. They do have a decent amount of gap close on their team, but I think we can make it work. I think we can make it work. We only need 3 more, so I don't really plan on leaving. I just got 1. Here's another. And the enemy team isn't focusing me, so let's just go in and we can get some kills with our... Oh, or they just won't focus me, and I'm fine with that too. Yeah, I'm fine with that too. Yeah, goodbye everybody. It's good talk. Yeah, we'll be fine. It's only a Furion. What's he gonna do? Root us? Well, I guess that would work really well, Fury. 888 damage on this trait, man. Not bad. I hate Tyrael's trait. I just hate it. Nah, man. We got the objective. Nothing but smiles, okay? I mean, I did go in with the intention of dying anyway, so the fact that I lasted that long, that's not very bad. Oh, excuse me, it was a frozen Punisher. It's just a frozen Punisher. And the Lost Vikings continuing to split push. You know, we are winning these objectives completely outnumbered for the most part, aren't we? Which talent, which heroic did the Vikings get? They got play again, so they're going full split push here, which is fine. This is a really, really nice change of pace. I have tried to record 2 videos today. They did not go well. Like I said, I wanted to make a Li Ming video because I'm just enjoying the characters so much. I think Li Ming's fantastic. Just fantastic. Oh, shield. A little late. But, yeah, every match I go into is nothing but full-on deathmatch of assassins. This isn't the real one, is it? I just fucking ulted the fake Nova. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. I'm so salty right now. Kerrigan re-engaging is going to land a stun on Tassadar. Yeah, I'm way too deep. This death is completely my... I didn't die! I didn't die! Oh my god. Now the trick is just to take a little bit of damage so I can start to heal myself. Hold on, I just need to take a little bit of damage. Alright, you know, I can sippy cup. I guess that's reasonable too. Can't believe I fell for that decoy. That sucks. There's a shield. Get out of here. Go, go, go. This isn't the real one either. Alright. So again, I'm really pushing up for no real reason. There's not too much to gain here. Just asserting my dominance on the enemy team, basically. Now we do want to throw our Q up before the Kerrigan combo lands, and then we just disengage. It's that easy. It's nice, simple, easy. I do feel like if you don't pick Battle Momentum on Tyrael, you end up waiting a really, really long time for your ultimate. That Judgment is so powerful and so critical. Like, you can completely change a team fight with that Judgment in the blink of an eye, in the snap of a finger. And having that be off of cooldown just feels bad. Just feels bad. Okay. So we're pretty poised. You know, we're looking pretty good. Here we go. Going in with the ult. This should be an easy kill. And just like that, we engage really, really hard at the start of an objective. And we have... Did I not take the... Oh, shit! I meant to take Holy Ground. Instead, I went for attack damage. Alright, that just means I have to play a little bit more aggressive. That means my play style has changed to be more backline assassin focused. So actually what I just did versus Nova is essentially what you are expected to do with the talent. I meant to, and I still think it's a better choice here, I meant to go for Holy Ground, but I didn't read it. Just a fucking chump. Just a fucking chump. I didn't read it. And so basically that just means I deal more damage now. We could have been a lot burstier if we went for the other talents that also increase our damage. Like at level 1, we can go for Smite, increase damage to heroes and stuff, and we could be significantly burstier when we engage someone. But fuck it, it's fine. We just get a little bit more damage out. Am I getting a phone call? What the fuck? I'm gonna go for... This one's hard. This is a hard one. I kind of want to do the cooldown reduction on Judgment because we've had so much success with it. But I am gonna go for Hardened Shield, just so we can be a bit more tanky. Misha just saved Rexar's life there. I had ultimate ready. I was good to go. I'm gonna re-engage on Furion here. I'm just gonna apply that pressure right out of the gate. And then blink backwards. The real Nova is back here. I don't think I'm gonna kill her or anything. Wow, this is not going well for you. Unless that's the real one. Mind blown. That just blew my mind. That just blew my mind. Furion lived through that, huh? Good on him. It was a good trank. We didn't even get the building, so they did a really good job of just not making anything happen there. So, good. Fantastic. They played well. Plus, I just got sidetracked and started chasing and killed for no reason. I don't know what that was about. Gonna go back, gonna get mana. Like I said, you can definitely just burn through your entire mana bar. Easily. Just so easily. On Tyrael. With Battle Momentum. With the intention of always having a shield up in a team fight. It just burns through so quick. 700 mana goes by like nothing when everything you have has a 50 or higher mana cost. And everything you have is on a super short cooldown that you're lowering with Battle Momentum. So you do have to keep that in mind while you are playing him. I was originally just coming down here to apply some pressure and not really expecting to do much of anything, but then Nova started getting hit by a minion wave. Oh, man, I'm judging. I'm fucking tilted. I'm fucking angry at Nova. She has tricked me so many times. We can't let this continue. I'm fucking angry. God, Palatine, you're so salty. You don't even enjoy this game anymore. Guys, do you honestly think I wouldn't play it? Like, do you think I would play this game for the paycheck? Let's all think about this really quick, because there's a lot of people that have been saying some really just derogatory negative shit towards me. If I wanted to make money playing a MOBA, I would play Dota 2. Do you know how many fucking viewers that game has? Oh my god. Seriously, look up the Google Trends. It's fucked up how many viewers Dota 2 has. That's what I would be doing with my time. I'm not stupid. I play this game because I like it. That's directed at a very select number of people. And it made me feel better by telling you that. Okay. Alright, the enemy team moving back up. We have an objective at the top of the map, but unfortunately, our Jaina is deceased. Sergeant Hammer decided to get a mercenary camp right now. Okay. Okay. Alright. Cool. I don't think we're going to be able to move in here and get anything done. That's just what it's looking like. That's what my body's telling me right now. We're going to go ahead and pop Hardened Shield. I don't think I'll need it. But, you know, it's nice to stay alive. I am going to judge in here on Jaina. As soon as I'm done being perma-crowd controlled, which I guess is just not going to happen. I have soaked up so much damage here, it's actually a little fucked up. It's actually a little fucked up how much damage I've soaked here. Unfortunately, I got you, baby girl. I got you. Unfortunately, Jaina was getting chased down by the real Nova, but we have a perfect body block here with a Viking. Wow. The Viking moving in. He's so brave. He's so big and he's so brave. Okay, I'm going to slow her. I'm going to increase my movement speed. And then I'm going to give up and just go back and focus on the objective, because that's what we should do. That's what we should do. All right. Oh, they softened him up for us. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, thank you. Thank you all so much. All right. The Vikings did manage to split push the bottom keep for the enemy team. Keeps are tier 2, forts are tier 1. And it looks like we are going to get this completely uncontested. I just need to auto-attack things. I'm just going to save a mana. Auto-attack things, lower the cooldown of my Judgment. So when the enemy team re-engages, we have Judgment ready to go and Hardened Shield ready to go as well, because it's been a minute since we've used it. Kerrigan poke it in like she owns the place. I should have judged her right then, but it was on cooldown. It was on cooldown. Just want to get that region globe right there. And I see no reason not to just push really, really hard with this guy. I'm kind of paving the way. Paving the way for the team. Hello. How's it going? You guys doing well? That's not the real Nova. I'm not going to fall for it again. I'm not going to fall for that bullshit. Rexar actually doing a pretty cool thing there and using Misha to soak up the stun. They could have applied a lot of aggression to the Punisher there. And I think it would have had a pretty meaningful impact, but they didn't. Uh-oh. This isn't going well, guys. Guys, this isn't going well at all. The Judgment did nothing. The Judgment did nothing. Hardened Shield coming out as soon as I can do it. We're just going to throw the sword out, move into these guys so they start to move away from the sword, and then return to it. Jaina very low on health, so we just want to give her a shield. Again, our goal with this build is to be the most supporty support warrior that we can possibly be. Don't worry, team. I am fine. Don't worry, team. Oh, I'm juking my team out, though. I should have pinged retreat there. Okay, so that went fine. The Punisher's hitting the core. It got through the shields. That's about all it's going to do. I hope well, I don't really hope. I want to win the game, but I assume that's all it's going to do, because it could be killed very easily. And while that was going on, the Vikings were able to get the last remaining building for the enemy team. So it's looking like we have a pretty good advantage here. But of course, at this point in the game, if we do die, we are going to be looking at a minute to respawn, which is a very long time. The enemy team can do a lot in that minute. I did want to pursue into their base a little bit more. I did want to get, kill the core. You guys know how much of a fan I am of killing the core, but a Tyrael with no mana is a useless Tyrael. So I did pull back pretty hard there. How hard do we want to engage? How hard do we want to push here? We don't have our hammer. They have a Kerrigan top, though. Okay, Hardened Shield coming out. That's not the real Nova. This one is. You can just go ahead and completely annihilate her. I see no reason not to. All right. Hi, Jaina. Hit me with all of your things. All right, I'll return to my team, and I'll try to keep them alive to the best of my ability. The shield did miss my team, unfortunately. Malfurion is the one who I think we should be focusing. We did pop the Tranquility. We did force it out, and we do pick up a kill on the enemy team's Rexar as well. Shields once again to our Tazadar, making him even tankier. I'm trying not to get my ass killed here, but I'm also trying to be aggressive. That wall could have messed us up a little bit there, but you know what? That's totally fine because we got the kill. We still got the kill. Coming in for shields on our Jaina. And now we should just pressure the core down as hard as we can. That was a good game. Good game. That was by far the best Vikings player I've seen since they've gone free to play. This is going to be a very interesting week for Quick Match. I think the last time they did a free Vikings week was like a year ago. I don't know if that's true, but it felt right to say. Yeah. I think I proved all the points I wanted to. Tyrael's a great character. And while he may not be the best solo tank, solo warrior, he can definitely fit into a lot of teams. We went for pure regen here, pure complete regen, and we still did a decent amount of damage. We were able to crowd control the people we wanted to. I did misclick my talent at 16. I did want the body block. It's fantastic on that map because there's so many like tiny little nooks and crannies. But you know what? You make the best with what you have. I could have dwelled on that and get salty about that, but fuck it. Ain't nobody got time for that. So the build, if you want to go pure survivability, I set out today with an objective of showing you Tyrael can mitigate a ton of damage, and I guess I did that. I mean, we did soak 120,000 damage. But, you can definitely change this up to fit your needs. You can definitely change this up to be like a bruiser, backline diver, assassinate the shit out of someone after you judge kind of build. But what I went for: regeneration, master, amplified healing, battle momentum, judgment, angelic absorption. This was because they didn't have any auto attack damage that I was worried about. If they did, there's a talent that's fantastic that you should definitely pick up. And then Blade of Justice was the misclick. I don't really care for it. Could go in an offensive build. Hardened Shield at level 20 for sure. At 13, if you're going against auto attackers, Jim Raynor, Vala, blah, blah, blah. Imposing Will is fantastic. And of course, we did want to get Holy Ground at 16. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all next time.